Geordie Murray. I've initiated with several other people a men's shed here in West Belfast. There's men isolated, they turn to drink, they've had broken marriages, and what we're doing is trying to bring them back. A lot of them feel isolated and on their own and disadvantaged. That's why they sit in the bars, they sit in the house or walk about on their own, and you see them all up and down the road. By creating groups like this, we're getting them down, giving them some sort of sense of power within themselves, giving them their identity back. Once you get them in and see that they're getting interested and realising that there's a whole opportunity there in the education sector and that they can better themselves through Man Matters and other groups, then you can see them coming to life again. It's like planting flowers and you're seeing them growing.
My name's Ian Boyd. I work in the Shackle Road Library as a library assistant. I got involved with the men's groups through Sure Start. It was a dads and kids project. It was a friend of mine actually, his child was in the little nursery down in the LSE in the Shackle with Sure Start, and he brought me and my daughter along, and it just evolved from there, and then we became involved with the Man Matters group. I've been at various events and courses run by them. There's a high rate of suicides in the local community, both Falls and Shackle. So a lot of the depression I've actually seen firsthand where some people have been down and they've come into some of these men's groups, and the sort of the leave with a smile on their face. There's other people there, they've met people, they've made new friends, and they realise they're not on their own, don't have to suffer in silence. There's no women there, so they can open up to other men and get their point across and get some help out of it.
I'm Mervyn Allen. I moved up into the Colin area about 3 years ago now. I first started off in going to Rainbow Parents Group. It was a wee course just to give me something to do when I was on the dole. I then met Gary Smith, who told me about a community tutor course. I then went and took part in that community tutor course and then started to work for Man Matters. Education is important, definitely among men. It's not like being at school. You're surrounded with people you know, you trust them, and you're not afraid to make a mistake in front of these people.
When I got involved with Common Men's Group, I got phone calls from Common Community, and they told me Scott and Maureen Bruce were starting a wee club up, a men's group, because there's a lot of women's groups. You know, I did join it. It was the best thing I ever did. I'm housebound, and it's only 2 hours in the week, but I'm not always getting out for them 2 hours. You know, I was 2 hours out of my house a week, and then they were taking us out on day trips and everywhere, and it was fantastic. You know, and I would advise anybody to join it. I've saw women letting things out before, but I've never seen men sitting around a group and pouring their hearts out to each other. And I think it was a fantastic thing to do.
Hi, well, my name's Tom Brady, and I am currently the men's engagement worker, fancy title, up with Sailors Sure Start. We operate in West Belfast. Men's groups, notoriously hard to get together. You know, you can go out there, you've all sorts of techniques, you can try your best, you've got your flyers, information, the rest of it. I find word of mouth works better. And what you tend to see is, the group will be hard to start up, but once they come together, you can see how important they do become to people.
Hello, my name's Steve McCleary. I'm a voluntary community worker involved in the Armagh Men's Sheds. Groups like the Men's Shed are very important, mostly in a health aspect, because men never talk about their problems. They don't visit the doctor until it's too late. But research, and even in our shed, has shown that the boys now are starting to open up about their problems, and they even go into the doctor for a small wee simple thing just to be on the safe side, because they've been encouraged by other men to do so. It's very hard to get men to talk about themselves and about their problems and all, but once you get a crowd of men around, say making a board box or something that they don't talk face to face, they talk shoulder to shoulder all the time. That's a known thing with men, you know, but they know each other in a matter of minutes, you know. So one man, for example, we done a research program. He says he was actually posting letters to himself, so he would get sitting talking to the postman. I was holding the postman back for half an hour every day, just sitting chatting, which is very sad, but it showed you how much the men's sheds benefited him by him being able to tell somebody else that story. Like, you know, most people would be embarrassed to say something out there, you know, but he just fired it out there because he was that much sort of bonding with the men in the shed, and they were sitting telling each other their aches and pains and not. Next minute he tells a story here, which is surprised a lot of men, you know, because he's just a big strong man. It just shows you what makes men tick.
My name's Tommy Fisher. I work primarily as a complementary therapist. I lost my son to suicide a number of years ago, and after taking some time out to work on my own issues, to find out what was going on in this being, and the simple philosophical saying is the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about other people. And through that journey as a man, and through the observations that I made, I seen all the lack of things for men. Nobody could really help me, so that made men's issues very important to me. A men's support group is enormously empowering for any man, because it can give them a reason to be, it can get them socially connected again, it can get them out of their beds in the morning and keep them out of the pubs and the bookmakers. We need to get it across as people that work with men that asking for help is a sign of strength. It's not, and I repeat, it's not a sign of weakness. Now, it's no easy task, but we need to keep reinforcing that message that it takes courage to ask for help, and we need to keep hammering that message home, because otherwise, if you don't ask for help, what does it say?
My name is Ron McMurray. I work up in the Hartwell Partnership in South Ballymena, and I was instrumental in setting up the Hartwell Men's Shed Group. South Ballymena is plagued, especially for men, with poor health, and that would be around respiratory disease, cancers. The average life expectancy for males in South Ballymena is far less than the northern average life expectancy. So by having the Men's Shed Group, we are able to discuss specifically about things that are specific to men. So I'm thinking about prostate and testicular cancers. Men have a high incidence of smoking, so we obviously talk about lung cancer. So it's a very informal atmosphere where we can get across a message that previously men just simply would not listen to. It just makes common sense to go and look after health. There is nothing embarrassing. There's nothing belittling. It's not to do with masculinity issues. It's simply common sense.
My name is Carrie Smith. I'm a development officer with the Man Matters project, which is a partnership of organisations managed by the Workers' Education Association. The other partners are the Men's Health Forum in Ireland, Parenting NI and Home Start. Over the last 4 years, the thing we've noticed is that there is a need to develop some sort of a sector or a movement for men, and we tend to look at models like the Australian model, the Men's Sheds movement, where there is somewhere where men can go and actually sit down and talk. They don't need loads of money to set it up, but somewhere where guys can go and there can be some sort of an activity that keeps them occupied and keeps them employed, and that's where the talk and that's where the support and the education and the classes can happen and take place. Men's health in Northern Ireland and right across Ireland is pretty bad. Parts of Belfast and other parts of Northern Ireland, men's life expectancy is much shorter than the UK average. Men in Northern Ireland are also more likely to suffer from mental health issues or to be in a mental institution, and men are twice as likely to take their own lives in Northern Ireland as they are in England. So there is an issue, there is a problem here which Man Matters was set up to deal with, to try and raise awareness among men of their emotional and physical well-being, to try to get men back into education. The sort of things that we do is, as I say, we deliver courses in men's health, that would be both physical and emotional health, but we also provide courses in IT, digital photography, personal development courses, community group management courses, and these projects reflect the sort of the core of what Man Matters is about. It's about men's health, it's about education and bringing education to men, it's about men and parenting and men and the family, and it's also about men and community volunteering and being part of the community. Some of the things that have come up, sometimes they've been sad. You know, a lot of the guys you're working with, you see real need there, but there's been a lot of joy in the project, and say over the coming year, hopefully we'll do a lot more.